before we talk to girls in schools, now I'm going to talk about girls in college. Now, I have seen that as per the available data, under 30% girls are they don't go into any of the professional courses like MBAs or engineering. So what I have seen is there is a stereotype that starts creeping in a girl's mind because there are fewer girls in any MBAs. They want to prove more. They have to do extra bit than boys. And when you start doing that at a very early stage, when you haven't even entered the corporate world or entrepreneurship, एक दिमाग में चीज़ बैठ जाती है कि मैं लड़की हूँ ना, तो मुझे ज़्यादा करना पड़ेगा. एंड कहीं ना कहीं वो आपकी मेंटल हेल्थ पे कुछ सुइयां चुभोती है.
Yes.
What's your take on that?
So, I will tell you this by experience. When I entered the corporate world, you give a fantastic presentation and you convince the client about something, and then there is a sutta break. And the boys go for a sutta break and they change the whole perspective. And you kind of lose the case. And as a girl, as the female, the only one not going for the sutta break, I kind of felt like I'm unincluded.
Left out, yeah.
And that kind of it feels like this is a male's world.
Yeah.
And you are like an alien. So you have to do, either you start talking, and you know, Meryl Streep, she said this.
Yeah.
She said this that women learn to talk men. Like how you learn French and Russian and Hindi, Gujarati, you learn how to talk men.
Yeah.
But men have not learned how to talk women.
Yeah.
That's why we can talk your language and survive in a corporate world, but you cannot talk our language and survive in the household.
Yeah, we can't.
Right?
Honest confession.
Yeah. See, it is the truth. And because ये women वाला जो तबका है ये बहुत दबाया गया है over a long period of time. So उनको ऐसा लग रहा है women को that अगर मुझे पढ़ने दिया जा रहा है, काम करने दिया जा रहा है, ये भी बहुत बड़ी बात है. There was a girl who used to be beaten by her father, and she said, पापा ने मुझे जिंदा रखा है ना, ये भी तो बड़ी बात है. कितने सारे लोग तो अपनी बेटियों को मार देते हैं. So women are okay with adjusting for a long period of time. Okay, but I think that will gradually change. और जब भी कोई तबके को बहुत दबाया जाए और suddenly बाहर आता है ना, sometimes it comes out in the wrong way.
Correct.
I'll tell you. And females somehow identified money as independence. और उनको लगा अगर मैं कमा रही हूँ ना तो ही मैं किसी लायक हूँ, तो ही I have a say. I am independent only when I'm earning, and that is also wrong. I think all the women who are not working and taking care of their household are equally contributing to the society by raising good children. By taking care of their household, they are equally contributing, but they are not confident about it. They are not happy with that. Somehow they feel inferior, and I think that's wrong. And I think that burden has to go towards the male, towards the man, to make them feel like they are doing something really worthwhile.
Yeah.
Even when they're contributing in taking care of the household. It is equally difficult and equally rewarding job.
मुझे लगता है ज़्यादा मुश्किल है ये.
बहुत मुश्किल है.
Yes. And you ask any men to stay back home. आज तू एक काम कर, तू सारा काम कर.
I'll tell you one very personal experience. Okay, how we talk about giving birth, pregnancy, and it is a most normal thing, and everybody gets married, everybody has babies. My sister-in-law, when she was pregnant, she called me one day. She said, it is the most, and she just delivered. So she called me and she said, how did you deal with it? Because I find this is the most difficult thing I've ever done. I said, this is the biggest scam that women are running by not talking about their pain during pregnancy. The postpartum depression. Nobody talks about postpartum depression, about not falling in love with your child as soon as the child is born. It is not easy. You're not in love with the child, and you're still, not. For the last 1.5 years, she said, I've not slept. I'm not able to sleep at all. It is a sleepless life I'm running, okay? And nobody talks about it. I told her, this is the biggest scam. Women are suffering so much in silence that they make us feel it is easy. Only when you go through it, you realize pregnancy is so difficult. Every single breath you take is so difficult. Even after delivering, life is so difficult for multiple years. But women behave like it is nothing.
Normal.
It is normal. They have normalized the pain. And that is the biggest scam.
Yeah.
And they push you to become pregnant.
Yeah.
They force you to become pregnant, to join the club, as if it is something to be celebrated. It is most painful. I'm not saying it's the most beautiful thing. It is the most beautiful thing, but it is also difficult.
Yes.
And that's the reality.
Yeah.
And nobody talks about it.
No one.
You won't believe, I was going through postpartum depression. I did not know. I was firing my maids every second month. I was angry all the time. I was in my worst temper after pregnancy. Even at office, I was shouting at my juniors. I did not even know that I was in depression. Only when I learned about psychology, I learned the term postpartum depression, and it is real. But I realized it 6 years after I went through it, because nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
Nobody discusses it.
And I'm so glad you're saying all of this openly. And any girl who's listening to this should start speaking out.
Yeah.
It's not, and I can totally understand, it's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
And I've seen girls going in depression and not even talking about it.
Yeah.
हमारी society ने इसको एक ऐसा taboo बना दिया हुआ है कि if you talk about your mental state, you're weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a mother,
Yeah.
you can't talk about it. How difficult parenting is. You can't. And because the whole burden of parenting mostly falls on the mother. Mother, तुम्हारी माँ ने क्या सिखाया है ना? So mother पे ज़्यादा आता है. Father तो बेचारा काम कर रहा था ना. So father does not have that burden. But because the burden is with them, it is also the pressure, right? So it is not only parental pressure, but the pressure on the mother to become the best parent ever.
Yeah.
But she's also a normal girl, right? She also studied engineering. She also only studied all her life. Suddenly she got married and she should know everything about the house.
Yeah.
And she should be able to manage the house, manage her work, as well as the baby.
Yeah.
How is that humanly possible?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not possible. And some women are doing it so well that the superheroes, there are very few, by the way, they are suffering from depression. They are not talking about, because suffering in silence is our thing, right? Women. And that is what is creating the hell for other women, because the husbands are saying, पर वो तो जॉब भी कर रही है, वो तो कार भी चला रही है, और वो तो बच्चे का भी ध्यान रख रही है, उसका बच्चा टॉप भी कर रहा है. What the hell are you doing being a housewife? So that competition is there.
So doc, now let me come to a bigger picture, and probably I would love to shoot another session with you only for the corporate professionals, because I think that is also a segment that needs time for itself.
Yeah.
But before wrapping up, मेरा आपसे एक बड़ा important question है, and when I was creating this content for this conversation, मेरे को 3 चीज़ें समझ आई. एक school going student के लिए success क्या है? It is to get into a good college. एक college going student के लिए to get into a good job. एक कॉर्पोरेट प्रोफेशनल के लिए टू गेट द नेक्स्ट प्रमोशन. चलो ठीक है, ये सारे बॉक्सेस टिक भी हो गए, आपको सब कुछ मिल गया. व्हाट नेक्स्ट? सो आई वांट टू आस्क यू दिस एज पर्सनली, लाइक व्हाट्स योर टेक? हाउ डू यू डिफाइन हैप्पीनेस बियॉन्ड द नेक्स्ट माइलस्टोन?
It's a very great question, and I think a bigger one. So I think the problem with the happiness cycle is this question, what's next? I think that is the biggest question. If you imagine a circle where you have like a desire of achieving something, you work hard for it, you do achieve it, and then there is a phase of happiness. But then after some time, your happiness fades away.
Yeah.
Like you dream of a BMW, you buy that BMW, you enjoy that BMW, and then after some time it fades away somehow. And then you ask, what next?
Yes.
Right? And then there is a new desire. And then again the whole circle.
Yeah.
Striving for it, achieving it, feeling happy, and then it fades away.
Yes.
It is going on and on and on. And this is the biggest myth about happiness. That's not happiness. Okay, and even if you call that little bit, that part happiness, that's very, very temporary, because every single time you achieve that, you want something next.
Yes.
Okay, the best way to come out of if you keep running in a circle, will you ever reach anywhere? No, you have to come out of that circle and really walk towards the real path. The real path, I will tell you, the best way to define is to find your purpose. Why are you here for? Universe never wastes space. I believe that universe is very, very intelligent, and everything is a mathematical calculation. So there is no confusion Everything is really clear. You have to come here on planet Earth, finish your purpose, and go back.
Yeah.
The purpose is also very clearly defined, but it will only be revealed to you once you reach that level of intelligence. When I say intelligence, it is 5 types of intelligence: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. Okay. If you achieve all of these intelligence, only then your purpose will be revealed to you. And what is your purpose? I will give all the audience their purpose of life. It is never about you. It is never about you achieving something, you buying your car, your house, having kids, the kids getting married. No. It is always about giving.
No.
Your higher purpose is always about giving. And you have been given specific talents to give back to the society.
Yes.
You have to figure out what is that thing that you can give the best to the world.
Yes.
And that gives you the real happiness. Once you figure out what that is and you start doing that, at least you start walking that path, you are going towards the permanent happiness where you are just doing it for others and you're fulfilling your purpose. That is the best definition of happiness according to me.
And Dog, I am so happy because the only reason I started this conversation and this podcast is with a small concept, 2 words: giving back.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that you have given me.
Tell me, aren't you the most happiest?
Yes.
Right
when
now?
I do this podcast, I'm so happy because I'm creating something for these guys.
Yeah. You are giving back your intelligence, your experience, and your skill to the world because these are the talents you're born with.
Yeah.
You were using it for yourself and it was still not giving you happiness. You were achieving a lot of things. You are IIM pass out. You are working as a director. You have achieved a lot of things. It was still not giving you happiness, right? Because all of this is temporary. Suddenly you picked up something to give back and now you're always happy, isn't it?